Cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
What's good, YouTube? Grab your snacks, everybody, because today we're talking about Nico Robin, the archaeologist of the Straw Hat Pirates, and my absolute favorite female character in the story of One Piece, with Nami, Boa Hancock, and I guess Big Mom around the corner. And Yamato is creeping up very slowly because she's absolutely insane. But today we're talking about Nico Robin, and just like the other videos, we're talking about what happens to her and her character after Wano. So this time, let's start off with haki and what haki Nico Robin might get if she possibly awakens it. And Robin is a very powerful character, and she even states herself that speed means nothing to her. We've seen Robin restrain characters like one of the warlords of the sea, Gekko Maria, while he was inside Ora's body, and Hakuba when he was in Cavendish's body when he's running at her to attack, and she stopped him instantly. But unfortunately, Nico Robin isn't much of a frontline fighter. She's always down to fight and down for the business, but Oda never really gives her a one-on-one fight. In fact, she hasn't really had a fight since Sky Pia, unfortunately, unless you want to count that time when Robin gave Haman the crippler crossface walls of Jericho combo on Fishman Island, but we're not gonna do that. But little fun fact, we were very close to another one-on-one fight with Robin back in Eni's lobby, because originally she was penciled in to fight Khalifa from CP9, but more on that in a different video. But anyways, the reason I was talking about all of that is that Robin doesn't really get into fights. In fact, she's more of a support character. That is why I don't really see her getting haki. And I'll reiterate this again, I said this in previous videos, I actually want all the Straw Hats to have haki. In fact, I think they need it because they are supposed to be the future Pirate King's crew. And they can't always just rely on the other stronger members of the crew like Jinbei, Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. They need to protect themselves at any given moment because they are in the New World, and even lower members of Yonko crew have haki, so I think all strats should have it. And if we're being honest with ourselves, if Robin was to have haki, she would have got it from time. She was with Dragon and the Revolutionary Army for 2 years, so I'm pretty sure Dragon would have taught her. But again, as I said, she wasn't really focusing that during the 2-year time skip. She was focusing more on her espionage skills. Oda has made it apparent that Robin has focused more on espionage skills and sneaking around. She was a former assassin before entering the Straw Hat Pirates, and in recent arcs we've seen Robin use her skill set in action, like when she gathered information on Kaido and Orochi's men and she escaped the Oniwabanshi, and again when the Alliance infiltrated Onigashima and we got the hilarious moment of Robin acting as one of the beast pirates alongside Jinbei. In every arc Robin is in, she's always off doing her own thing, gathering information on the enemies or on some world history. But I know you guys are behind your keyboard right now going, Fliz, what the fuck, man? Like, just tell us what haki you think she's gonna get, and we're gonna get there. I'm just explaining my thought process, sir. Although she isn't presented as much of a fighter in the story, she is one of the most powerful members on the crew, and I would love Robin to sprout arms on her body similar to Cracker or Spiral from Marvel's Capcom 2 and use Armament and start fighting people and doing Shigon and all that fun stuff. I don't really see that, so I don't really see Armament being her forte, her affinity. Rather, instead, I see her having Observation being her main haki if she gains it or unlocks it, because she's a very analytical person and she always notices her surroundings, as seen when she sprouts eyeballs on buildings, checking out what's going on and overhearing things with the ears. So observation haki for her makes a lot of sense because of how observational and analytical of a character Robin is, with how she's always gathering information. And her utilizing observation haki would be perfect for her, because then she can know her surroundings and know where everyone is at all times, and then with that she can sprout her arms on those individuals no matter how far they are, because she can see them with her observation haki. But we do know that haki is unlocked and blooms once a person is in a desperate and a dire situation, backed up into a corner, being forced to break their limits. And well, that could possibly happen to our friend Nico Robin, because I mentioned in Chopper's video that Robin and Chopper are the only two characters to not get a chapter title after them and their number placement of when they joined the crew. And a lot of you guys are probably like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, Oda likes to put a title chapter based on when a crew member joins the crew, such as when Brook joined, the chapter title was called The 8th Member. When Frankie joined, his chapter was called The 7th Member, as well as when Usopp rejoined the crew after many years being introduced in the story. He finally got his chapter number called The 3rd Member, which he got the same time as Frankie when Frankie joined the crew. This has been a trend for every Straw Hat member. When they joined the crew, they got a title chapter based off when they joined, except for Jinbei, who recently joined the Straw Hats in Wano, but he'll get his eventually, be titled the 9th member of the Straw Hats. Yet Nico, Robin, and Chopper, who has been a part of the crew for over a decade, have yet to get theirs, and Robin even got 2 dedicated arcs about her with Water 7 and Enies Lobby. So Robin is due for a chapter title like this, and she'll get the spotlight shone on her when she goes through her own character defining moment. And it could be in Wano, where they are all in war and she is stuck in a situation where she needs to break her limit, and she gets a character defining moment when she's in a fight or something of the sort, and that's also when she can unlock her haki. Similar to Usopp and Dressrosa when he was in a stressful situation when he was trying to snipe Sugar and stop her from touching Trafalgar Law and Luffy. So Robin getting into a fight where she's forced to get out of her comfort zone will be a great character moment for her, as well as proclaiming that Luffy will one day become Pirate King, because if you didn't know, every Straw Hat member besides Robin have proclaimed at least once that Luffy will become Pirate King. It's not really that important, but I just find it very significant and a very cool character moment when a Straw Hat member does this. Haki isn't the only power-up that Robin could gain. In fact, there is another option for her, and that is awakening her Devil Fruit. We have only seen about 7 Devil Fruit users that have awakened their Devil Fruit, and that are the 5 Jailer Beast and Impel Down, Doflamingo, and Katakuri. And we know from Doflamingo that it's actually a very rare occurrence for this to happen. And although we don't know the specifications on how to awaken your Devil Fruit, and we know for at least Paramecia that awakening your Devil Fruit not only allows you to manipulate the user's body, but allows you to manipulate and affect the area surrounding you. Robin has had her Devil Fruit since she was 8 years old, so she has had some time to train and perfect her Devil Fruit. We know that ever since the time skip, she has upgraded her Devil Fruit abilities, where she's able to now make full body clones of herself, so she can make it the next step further where she awakens it. But what exactly awakening is, I'm not too sure. Maybe it allows her to duplicate the surroundings as well as inanimate objects, similar to Kurotopi from Hunter x Hunter. So Robin definitely has some potential in upgrading her fighting, but I do gotta say that it's doubtful that she'll gain awakening before her captain Monkey D. Luffy, but that is still a possibility that's left on the table. Now, in terms of story progression and character growth, Robin is holding a lot of secrets, like a lot. Things like what she was doing with the Revolutionary Army, as well as she doesn't even tell the crew that Poseidon is Shirahoshi, even though I guess they don't really need to know, but she's eventually gonna have to tell them one day. She should have knowledge about what's really going on with Bartholomew Kuma, because when Frankie was explaining to the crew that Kuma was protecting the ship and that he was the one who actually helped them, because she was with Dragon for a very long time and Dragon does seem to care about her, returned to home base, he was concerned about her well-being and wanted to know how she was doing. So she most likely has some information on Dragon and the Revolutionary Army, and back when Dragon was revealed to be Luffy's father, she had some concern and thoughts on Dragon's origin. So knowing Robin and her character, she probably questioned Dragon about his past and why he even made the Revolutionary Army, what's really going on. And that will be fully explored once the Revolutionary Army finally get involved in the story and meet up with the Straw Hat Pirates. And we know that the second in command, Sabo, has gotten himself in a sticky situation with the world government. We're not exactly sure what it is, but Oda hinted that he's in some trouble. So once that's getting cleared of and we meet up with Sabo once again, and the eventual meeting of Dragon and Luffy, a lot of information will finally be revealed to us. There's something else that can happen to our archaeologist after Wano, and it was hinted at back in Zou, and that she could get kidnapped by another pirate crew. Because as of right now in the story, besides the Three-Eyed Tribe that we don't really know much of, the only member being Pudding, Nico Robin is the only character in the world that can read the poneglyph, and we know that there are 4 road poneglyphs that are needed to head to Laughed Hill. So with that being said, even Inuarashi warned the Straw Hats that there are going to be pirates that are looking for Nico Robin and are planning to kidnap her so they can head to Laughed Hill. And once Wano is over, I've mentioned this time and time again, Luffy will be the closest man to the One Piece by having 3 road poneglyphs, and by the time Luffy gets his 4th, all the other pirates will probably find out, and that's probably when they'll make their move by trying to rob not only the poneglyph scribblings but also Nico Robin herself, because what use are the road poneglyphs if you can't read them? And when this happens, this might be the time when Dragon makes a move and tries to stop this from happening, because we already seen Dragon had concern about Nico Robin when he heard that he thought that she got kidnapped back in Sabori Archipelago, but it turned out to be the fake Robin. So if news came out that Robin actually did get kidnapped, attack, not only will they make enemies of the Straw Hats, but of the Revolutionary Army as well. And there is a specific pirate crew that may make an actual attempt at stealing Nico Robin, unless they already have someone that could read a poneglyph, and that is the Blackbeard Pirates. Unless Blackbeard himself can read the poneglyphs, because we know from the SBS that he's actually involved in learning more about history and actually likes it, and if he was a profession in real life, he'd be an archaeologist. But in the chance that he cannot read the poneglyph, Teach may make an attempt to kidnap Nico Robin, and thus we can get even some character dialogue between the two because of their shared interest in archaeology, as well as Blackbeard himself being a member of the D clan. Or it could be some other pirates like the Beast Pirates or the Big Mom Pirates, if they ever find out that Robin knows that Poseidon is Shirahoshi, or at least the location of what Poseidon is. Or if you want to get even more juicier and into the deeper part of the rabbit hole, what if Rox returns and that's who he has his eyes set on kidnapping Nico Robin, because we know that he liked to dabble in the secrets and the taboos of the world. Now in terms of bounty, honestly, Nico Robin's bounty should shoot up the roof. She should have had a higher bounty from a long time ago. She's one of the only people on the planet that could read poneglyphs. She knows the location of Pluton. She knows the location of Poseidon. So once the world government finds out that she knows of the location of 2 ancient weapons, as well as her involvement in taking down an emperor's crew, I would like her bounty being around the 300 million range. For her, I think that'd be pretty reasonable, especially if she actually has a fighting moment in this arc where she actually battles someone and takes them out. I think I can speak for the One Piece community and all Robin fans that we really want to see her fight and go all out. It's been way too long, Oda. It's time for Robin to shine. We know she's one of the stronger members of the Straw Hat crew, so I think it's time for her to show out. But that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate the video, subscribe, and click the bell icon to stay notified. Put down in the comments what you think of Robin and what possible power-ups, abilities, and what her possible new bounty will be at the end of Wano. I hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am creating this. We are almost near the end, and I thank you guys for being there the whole time. I hope you guys have a good day and a good night. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Toodles!